nasa dugout ako. Hindi yata alam nitong player na to na nandun ako.
Nako, yan na.
Nako.
Interview akong ganyan. Pag ganyan ko, nagtanggal ng shorts.
Okay.
Live na, and we are joined by our friends na Courtside reporters in the PBA and the PSL, ESPN 5 representatives, Carla Lizardo, Denise Tan, and Miss Apple David. Maraming salamat for joining, and Mr. Magumar John dito sa 2.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Uy, halatang-halata.
Halatang-halata
namimiss yung may kausap ha. Sabay-sabay pa.
Nagpapahintay ng queue.
Just wanted to check in on everyone. Carla first, kumusta ka? And what have you been up to since the quarantine started?
Okay pa naman. I've just been home, of course. Trying to work out. Pero ilang araw na yung quarantine? 22? Nakadalawa na ako. I've been learning Korean.
Ang sipag.
I've been learning Korean. Yan yung big achievement ko.
Nag-learn ka lang yata Korean dahil sa K-drama eh, no?
Ganun na nga.
Oo nga, mismo. Kilala mo talaga ako. Yung sayo.
Si Denise naman. Denise, how have you been?
I'm okay, I think. I'm honestly, I didn't think that I would be this paranoid about it. I mean, from the start, I know how serious it was. Pero yun nga, as we go further into the length of the quarantine, syempre parang mas naging serious, diba? But I'm coping really well, and I miss sports. I miss talking to you guys, konti.
May disclaimer.
No, but generally, I miss work. I miss talking to everyone, talking to the players, to the coaches, to the talents. I miss talking to people in general. I miss going out of the house. But, of course, I understand the whole situation. So, okay.
Apple?
Lang siya rin ginagawa. Joke lang. Kita naman sa social media, no? Pag-gising ko pala, nagtitiktok na ako, ganyan. Isip ko rin mga bagong videos. No, but aside from trying to keep my sanity by entertaining myself, workout, exercise, hanggat kaya every other day. Mahirap na, baka hindi na kami makilala kapag nagpabaya kami, pagbalik on cam, hindi na kami ma-recognize. And then, actually, what's taking most of my time ngayon, kasi my friends and I, parang we organize a fundraiser for PPE production para sa ating mga frontliners. So, very hands-on kami doon with all the kailangan ayusin. So, making good use of my time habang nakakulong sa bahay. Kamiss ko na kayo. Feeling ko pagbalik ng PBA, hindi ko na alam nasang team sino. Wala na.
Yun nga, usually, Carlo,
Same.
with these 3 girls and the rest of our Courtside reporters, usually, sanay ang mga PBA fans, basketball fans in general, na kayo ang nagkikwento sa aming lahat, tungkol sa mga insider scoop nyo, sa mga insider stories, sa mga nangyayari sa buhay ng mga player. Pero dito sa 2OT ngayon, babalik ta rin natin ng konti. Yung buhay nyo naman, ang uungkatin natin ngayong hapon.
Grabe yung uungkatin, ang lalim.
First question natin for the 3 of you. Let's start with Carla. When and how did you start with sportscasting, getting into Courtside reporting all the way to anchoring Sports Center before? Saan ka nagsimula talaga to get into this industry?
Actually, before, nag-news ako for PTV4. That was my first TV stint. Tapos naisip ko, gusto ko talaga mag-sports because I was an athlete. I played badminton for the national team. So, parang gusto ko makabalik sa sports talaga. So, naisip ko, kahit anong magagawa ko na sports-related. So, I started writing for a blog called Humble Bola. Tapos I was writing about Alaska. And then after that, I started writing for GMA. That's where I met Carlo, my editor. Tapos
Atabs mo pala
yun
to,
nga,
Carlo
parang,
eh.
that's one little step led to the next steps. And then I got invited to audition for TVA Courtside. So I've been with TV5 for 5 years now. Grabe, bilis ng panahon. But
How
that's
was that
pretty much how
audition? Can you
my
give us a
journey
little
went.
more detail dun sa audition mo for the PBA Courtside gig?
It was at a game, TNT versus Alaska, hindi ko makakalimutan. Tapos sabi nila, so I was on cam outside, dun sa kung saan nagsa-Sports 360 and halftime show. And then they said, magsulat ka ng report. I mean, just say a report about this game that's about to start. Pero bawal magsulat. Like, impromptu lang, go lang. Tapos buti na lang Alaska yung maglalaro. So marami akong baong facts. Dahil nga sila yung sinusundan kong team talaga as a writer. Ayun. Sorte. Happy to be part of the fam.
And just like Carla, binanggit na ni Carla, dati siyang athlete. Ito, si female athlete dyan sa kabilang side naman, si Denise. Of course, we all know you as one of the pillars of Philippine volleyball naman.
Sabi yun na. Naka-pressure.
Parang I feel so young.
Naka-pressure.
Hindi lang inabot neto ni Denise yung natitibi na talaga yung volleyball eh. Pero isa to sa mga pioneer na nagdala ng game to that level eh.
Thank you sa mabubulaklak mong salita. At ano po ang ating tanong? Yun ba? How we got started, no? Kalimutan agad. Hello?
Shifting from playing, paano ka napunta dito sa kabilang side naman?
Well, it actually started a very long time ago. I think back in, if I'm not mistaken, 2009. So I did courtside reporting for Shakey's V-League before because I knew one of the analysts kasi senior ko siya sa UST. But I did courtside for I think a month or two. Super short lang. I didn't do any on-cam work for that kasi parang I was still doing my internship, tapos patapos pa lang ng college and all that. And then I had like a few other jobs before that. And it started actually because of James Velasquez. And ito yung isa sa mga rason. I don't know if, I mean, I've told this story before to a lot of people, pero I'm sure hindi din lahat may alam. James kasi used to play fencing also. Tama, di ba? Carlo?
Ako, sa akin mo tinatanong?
Validate the facts now.
Sorry, ako yung nag-confirm.
Okay.
Apparently, back 13, TV5 was looking for analysts called champion and saying nobody. And then so James was the one who was supposed for it. So he started messaging people at I started looking for people who could do it. And so me, and then nag-on.
Buti na lang naintindihan natin yung kwento ni Denise, no? Yun, nawala tuloy.
Nawala siya.
Nawala tuloy. Then sinabi naman ni Denise, mahina daw ang connection niya do sa kanila. So while we wait for Denise to come back, Apple, ikaw, were you a former athlete like the other two?
Unfortunately, no. High school, pero nung college, sabi ko, focus na ako sa studies. So, hinayaan ko na muna yung iba naman. No, but I started naman college, courtside college basketball. From the
Nagko-courtside ka
UAAP.
sa Adamson, right?
Sa Adamson, yes. Pero to answer yung tanong ng maraming tao, even before, kung nag-aral ba daw ako sa Adamson, hindi. I was assigned to Adamson. I was studying sa Miriam College and then na-assign sa akin to report for Adamson.
Okay.
After that, nag-intern ako, parang I graduated that year. Tapos nag-intern ako sa Magic 89.9 wherein a lot of their jocks, mga courtside like sila Ricky Flo, sila Nico, sila Aaron, sila Boom, mga sa sports din. And then it was Nico Ramos who asked me, interesado ka bang courtside sa UAP to So sabi ko, imposible kasi non-UAP school naman ako. So, paano yun? I don't think may chance. Sabi niya, hindi, try mo lang audition. And then yun, I audition. Tapos, luckily, I got in. Yun yung Adam. So then, after nun, the PBA naman, napasok ako dahil there was this one time, nag-post ako ng throwback photo ko na reporting for UAP. Sabi ko lang na parang, I miss reporting. Parang ganon. Tapos itong si Paul Ryan Tan, nag-comment. Tinag niya si Ate Joanne. Joanne, ito pwede to. Parang ganon. And then si Ate Joanne, kinontak ako to audition. Ayun na. Nagpunta na ako sa Mandaluyong.
So, ang bottom line, si Joanne ang may kasalanan.
Kasalanan niya. Kung bakit pinagtitiisan ng mga tao talaga ang Apple W.
Hindi ko alam yan, Paul.
Before we move forward, batiin muna natin
Paul Ryan Tan, tinag niya si Ate Jo.
So, si PRT, si Idol
Yes, the
Paul
legend.
Ryan Tan.
The living legend. Hi. At since nag-hi na tayo, may nagre-request lang din sa akin kay Denise.
Oh.
Madam, greet mo naman daw, taga-UST to dati, idol na idol ka, si Dio Agoncillo. Pag-greet daw siya at may question, wala na ba daw chance mag-pro volleyball ka?
May phone-in question?
Oh, wow.
May phone-in.
Sorry, anong pangalan ulit?
Dio Agoncillo.
Gio?
Yes, Dio.
Ay, naku, tumirik na naman.
Thank you for that wonderful question.
Ayun, so may chance ka ba daw mag-pro ulit?
Actually, alam mo, really believe na parang you never say never. Pero as of now, wala talaga akong plano na maglaro ulit. You know, people would me about it, pero hindi ko alam. Siguro it's the lack of yung time that I met. I've been retiring here. It's not as easy to go back. I can play at least mga 6 months consistent, continuous lang. So unless I have the time, then that's the only reason saying na oo, pwede. But for now, I don't think.
Thank you. May napakilig ka na naman. Maraming salamat, madam.
Uy, ba't si Carlo nawala? Wala si Carlo. Habang inaantay natin bumalik si Carlo, eto, no? So, ngayon nakwento nyo na how you guys got to the PBA stage of courtside reporting. Ang siguro iniisip din ng mga viewers natin, lalo na yung mga PBA fans, why? Why the PBA? Why basketball? Why try and tell stories about the best basketball players in the entire Philippines?
Bato-bato, sino mauna?
Oo nga. Ako ba ulit?
Sige, kay Carla muna. Why? Yun yung ano eh, why be on this stage?
Actually, for me, to be honest, hindi ako laking basketball. Walang mga basketball fans sa bahay ko. Parang I had to learn it. Iba yung journey ko. I didn't come in as a fan. I had to learn the sport. I really had to learn it from scratch. Pero nang tumagal na, iniisip ko kasi basketball is really the biggest sport in the Philippines. So I wanted to learn that and then eventually be able to cover all the other sports, which led in naging doorway rin siya for me to be able to cover other events as well. Pero nang tumagal na ako sa PBA, na in love na rin ako sa basketball. Kaya ayun, sabi ko nga 5 years na I'm still working as a courtside reporter because even if I don't have like the traditional background when it comes to it, I already fell in love with it.
Denise, ikaw, why concentrate? Well, you also do volleyball, of course. Isa sa mga pinakamahusay na analyst natin in terms of local volleyball. Pero yung PBA, bakit naging interesado ka rin pasukin to?
I think parang being an athlete, it hits close to home kasi for me. So, syempre, tayo as fans, because I assume lahat naman tayo ngayon, even as talents, as anchors, as reporters, we're fan of the sport and fan of the people that we cover now, especially through the years. Yung nakikita lang natin is yung nakikita ng tao sa TV eh. Pero hindi naiintindihan ng tao what it truly takes to be an athlete. Hindi nyo alam kung gaano kahirap. Like, ako, naglaro ako ng college. I played for the national team as well. The sacrifice that you have to make, again, easier said than done, or baka sa pandinig ng iba, ang dali lang. Waking up at 5 a.m. or being at practice at 5 a.m. to 7, and then doing the whole thing, like the whole day, kung may pasok ka, training in the afternoon. But aside from that, the schedule, you have to be away. Some people have to be away from their families. Yung iba, my goodness, yung may mga storya sila na nagyayapak lang sila before, wala silang pambili ng bola, you know, kailangan nila makipagpustahan para lang yung iuwi nilang pera, yun yung makakatulong sa kanila. It's those stories that you really come to appreciate. And yun yung mga gusto kong nalalaman. So that's why I also got more interested becoming a courtside reporter, kasi ang dami mong natututunan. Like, it's not all about, anong sabi sa'yo ni coach or whatnot, ano ba yung pinactice mo, di ba? Pero, like, yung storya na, you have some stories na, yung tatay pala nito, like, ganito, player din before, he was the coach, he was ganito, whatever. So I think that's the reason why I fell in love more with knowing the stories, especially since alam naman these people laki ng basketball, and it's one way of themselves making a better for their family. And sobrang gandang story dyan sa players natin sa team.
Is it the same for you, Apple? Is it all about the stories of our favorite athletes? Yun ba yung hinahanap natin palagi?
Yeah. Pero wait lang, ano ba talaga sasagutin kong tanong? Yun or why basketball?
Why? Yeah.
Why? Ako, it's different from me. Ako naman kasi, basketball fan ako. Ever since. Ang hirap. Particular team, ever since. So dati, nanonood talaga ako live. I would buy tickets. Ganon. As in hardcore basketball fan. Nandito yung collection ko ng PBA tickets. Sobrang dami talaga.
Dangkalan ng Labanon.
Dangkalan, pwede ibenta, ganon. Pero super fan ako. Parang, ang goal ko nung bata ako watching is, I wanna get as close dun sa action as I can. Literal yon. Kahit lower box yung upuan ko, gagawa ko ng paraan makapunta ng patron. Ganong level ng ka-fan.
Daga ka rin, mahusay kang dumaga pababa.
Oo, hiningitian ko lang yung mga nagbabantay. Ganon.
Yeah.
Bata pa rin yung ginagawa. Ko. Pero, yeah. And then, nung college ako, tapos nag-UAAP nga, dun ko lang na-appreciate na, okay, aside from the actual action, yung mga stories, very interesting. It's more than just the action inside the court. Dun ko siya mas na-appreciate na hindi lang pala talaga to basketball. And siguro, yun din dahilan kung bakit hanggang ngayon, kahit na paulit-ulit naman yung ginagawa namin, minsan, di ba, parang ilang tanong lang ba pwede mo itanong, paulit-ulit na tao, paulit-ulit na team. Kaya one of the reasons ba't nandito pa rin, 6 years with the PBA, kasi, it's not just the game itself. Mas, siya, mas, marami na yung ma-appreciate mo about it.
Okay, ako naman magtatanong. Carla and Denise and Apple, can you tell us one story that really stuck to you? Yung na share sa inyo ng isang PBA player or isang special coverage that you had to do. Isa talaga na made a lasting impression sa inyo. Maybe not just through sports, but something deeper. Ano yung pinaka-naaalala nyo tumatak sa inyo na storya na nireport nyo?
Carla ba una ulit?
Ang dami. Pwede bang ako naman yung last?
Ba?
Parang ang dami kong pagpipilian na kwento.
Kasi ako natatandaan ko yung kay Denise. I think she went to this hospital.
Yeah.
That was
Kay
last
Junmar ba yun?
conference. Yeah, yung pumunta ka sa hospital with this sick kid, nakasama mo si Junmar. Yun
bigat
talaga,
nun.
yun talaga one of your reports na tumatak talaga sa akin. Can you tell us more about it?
So this boy, I don't know if I should mention his name or not, but he had cancer. So lumapit sila ng pamilya nila sa Make-A-Wish Foundation because he wanted to meet Junmar Fajardo. He was a super fan. He loved Junmar for everything that he is. As a player, as a person, he's super like her. So, kasama natin. The kid couldn't even react anymore kasi talagang hinang-hina na siya. But you can see from the family member, from the medical staff, from the PBA staff, lahat, Junmar, naghahalo yung saya dahil napagbigyan siya, naghahalo yung lungkot dahil alam niya siya yung nag-request Alam niya na last na yun naghahalo yung awa because hindi mo may iwasang hindi maawa dun sa kalagayan niya. So it was a roster of emotions and yeah, ang bigat nun. But overall, I think everybody just looked at the positive side na, at least nagawa natin to. At least naging matapang siya as a patient. Hindi siya na parang kaawaan niyo ko. Yung kasi yun yung ano sa amin yun din yung what they call kami ng medical staff. Hindi kayo sabi na masyadong matapos na salita, hindi rin kayo paki na yung nakakabita masyado kasi baka naman mag-backfire. So it was just so much that we had to control at once because there was an interview, we had to shoot, we had to consider the family as well, the patient, everybody. So, isang Carlo. Pinakamabigat.
Ikaw, Paul.
Ang hirap pumili. Alam mo yung tinatry kong alalahanan ano yung pinaka or memorable sa akin. Pero hindi ko ma-pinpoint alin. But siguro ano na lang, something na lang na happy ako about. I remember with Coach Leo Austria, since siya rin yung coach na pinag-reportan ko nung college with Adamson. And since si Coach Leo kasi nakatira sa Commonwealth, Fairview ako, usually sumasabay ako sa kanya, Adamson pa lang. So ang daming, aside from the games na kailangan ko ng reports, for the games, ang dami niyang backstory, lahat. Minsan, yung mga sa loobin niya, yung mga rants niya about the players, parang nakukwento niya sa akin. And then, even pagdating ko ng PBA, kapag kausap ko si Coach Leo, ang dami talagang story. So, basically, gusto ko lang yung, sabi nga ni Coach Leo sa akin, nung college, wala. Parang lahat ginawa niya, hindi siya nanalo ng championship. Tapos ngayon, nakuha niya lahat sa PBA. Yung parang story na, meron pa siya sa akin sinasabi na yung sacrifice as a coach, minsan daw yung sa asawa niya, sa bahay, para daw siyang scientist, gano'n. Kasi every night daw naghanap siya ng formula, nagre-research siya, ano bang tamang formula sa team ko, ganito. So, with Coach Leo, more of doon ako. May special bond ako with Coach Leo kasi nga from college. And then yung story lang na walang give up, kahit gaano yung pressure sa kanya. Basta siya, the hard work he puts in, and then niya nasusuklian. Yun. So aside from that, hindi ko lang ma-pinpoint, pero I guess nung Asian Games 2 years ago, tama ba? 2 years ago yung Asian Games.
Mga ganon.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yung mga stories ng athletes from other sports, lalo yung mga coming from the provinces, yung mga sacrifices, yun, dun yung mga makapagbag damdamin, ganon. Na talagang, wow!
Yeah.
Yung nagtitraining ng nakapaa, magta-travel ng ganito kalayo para lang makapag-train. Yun, ganon. Dun masarap kumuha ng mga kwento eh. Sa mga games na
Yun talaga no, pag may nahanap kang ganung klaseng kwento, yung ikaw mismo tatamaan kaya nakaka-excite ibahagi lalo no sa mga viewing and listening audience na Apple.
Alam niyo ang pinakamahirap sa amin, ako lagi ko tong problema. Yung storya sobrang ganda, kulang ang 43 seconds, kulang ang 30 seconds para ma-appreciate nyo fully, ng tao fully yung ganda ng storya. Kasi syempre, limited kami yung reports namin Kailangan 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Kasi mabilis yung nangyayaring action sa loob ng court. Pero ang daming storyas na deserve ng mas maraming time na mapag-usapan and ma-appreciate para lang mas maintindihan ng mga tao yung pinagdadaanan or pinagdaanan ng mga atleta, not just sa basketball, but even in different sports. Kasi grabe yung inspiration na makukuha mo sa kanila na parang ikaw ma-feel mo na kung sila nga ganun pinagdaanan, wala kang karapatan tamarin, magreklamo, nabigyan ka ng opportunity, wala. You can't take it for granted kapag narinig mo yung mga storya na ganun.
Totoo yan.
Before we cut to a break, Carla, ikaw, what's your most memorable story?
Nahirapan din ako mag-pinpoint, so I'll just go to the last game that I got to cover, which was the opening game. So, of course, we talked about Junmar. That was the opening report. And yung kwento ko nun was what happened when he got injured. Of course, he just won his 6th MVP. So I really wanted to convey like the emotions of the team when it happened. Tapos, yung tumama talaga dun sa report na yun was yung kwento ni Coach Leo na kahit na yung buong team stress na stress, si Junmar nagjo-joke pa rin siya. Kahit nang sinamahan na siya sa hospital, he was very positive about it pa rin. Tapos sabi nga niya kay Coach Leo, matagal pa tayong magsasama, Coach, huwag ka mag-alala. Yun. And another one that I can think of, na mas on the light-hearted side naman, yung Hinebra fan na nagpatato ng mukha ni Justin Brownlee. Grabe. Yun yung talagang, wow, ibang level talaga yung mga PBA fans. Amazing.
Okay guys, we'll have to cut to a quick break, no? And just
magsingit lang tayo, Carlo. Isang question lang bago tayo mag-break para kay Denise to. Galing kay Daryl Diaz David. Alam ba ni Miss Denise ko anong araw na ngayon?
Mahirap malaman ngayong quarantine, Magu. Kaya yung lahat din natin alam kung anong araw.
Napaisip.
Ayan, masasagot ko yan ngayon. Hindi pala ako sure.
Ano nga ba?
Ano daw?
Lahat ng araw pare-pareho ngayon.
Naduming car ko. Ano? May kodigo ako eh.
Calendar?
Tama ba? Hindi ko na rin sure talaga. Monday, final answer.
Yan.
Sige, speaking of final answer, mamaya pag-uusapan natin lahat ng Moneyball experiences nyo para naman matuwa yung lahat ng tao. Mga courtside reporter ng ESPN5. And we'd like to say hi sa mga ilang taong nanonood sa atin ngayon. Si Tito Danny Espiritu, kanina pa nanonood.
Uy.
Si Paolo Del Rosario, nanonood rin. My sister, Angel Pamintuan, is watching. Si Robin Brillantes, na masugid na fan ni Carla Lizardo, nanonood. Si Jopay, makeup artist nyo, nanonood.
Are we live?
Jopay.
Paolo Mabagos.
Espiritu din, nanonood.
Si Boss Danny nanonood. Si Waki Flores, photographer ng Tiebreaker Times, also watching. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for hanging out with us here on 2OT. Tuloy natin yung kwentuhan, Magu, or may babatiin ka?
Hindi. Merong magiging trabaho itong si Danilo de Guzman ngayon. Kasi pagka daw pinansin ni Miss Apple, pag na-notice ni Miss Apple etong message niya, didiligan niya yung halaman ng kapitbahay nila. Si Jeff Gary pala yun. Jeff Gary.
Anong
Sabi mo, Jeff
pangalan?
Gary, para Jeff Gary.
Jeff Gary. Simulan mo nang Ige, magdidilig ka na, Jeff Gary. Hi, sa'yo.
Requirement,
Hi,
kailangan mong
Jeff.
picturean yung sarili mo habang nagdidilig. Comment mo dito para makita na ginawa mo.
Para
Jeff Gary?
Jeff Gary, pag ako nag-TikTok ng live, didiligan mo rin yung hardin ni Mabu, ni Carlo, ni...
Alam mo, Mago, before we continue with the questions, no? Gusto ko lang ipaalam sa lahat na being a courtside reporter is so difficult. I mean, I had limited opportunities to do it. Mga 2-3 beses ko lang nagawa in the years that I've had with ESPN5. To be able to form a story and then have just 45 seconds to explain it, to be on air, na ang dami mong ginawa before you get to the job, ang dami mong kinausap na coaches, tapos yung mabibigay sa'yo na oras, konting-konti lang. So you have to make sure na buong-buo yung kwento mo, na sobrang dami yung information. So that's just, my way of appreciating all of the hard work that you girls put in every time that you join us dun sa ating broadcast sa ESPN. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we appreciate all the hard work.
And siguro magandang i-follow-up question yun, Carlo. Kayo bang tatlo, did you look up to anybody na before you got into courtside reporting? Meron ba kayong, hindi naman sobrang idol, o pwedeng idol na rin, or basta pinattern lang yung pagtrabaho nyo or yung preparation nyo? Meron ba kayong nakuhanan ng ganun from the more veteran broadcasters?
Ako, honestly, I used to watch PBA when I was young. As in, tipong sorry, Coach Danny, hindi naman sa sinasabi kong... Pero yun kasi yung mga panahon. Pressure tuloy ako kay Coach Danny. So yun nga, yun yung mga panahon na, sila Coach Olsen, yan yung mga panahon ko. So before, to be honest, I really just focused on the players and the panel. Hindi ko masyadong napapansin before yung courtside. Kaya I mean, same with Carlo, when I started doing it, dun ko lang na-realize na super challenge, especially because you don't necessarily always get the stories that you want. Syempre may idea ka na minsan 'di ba? Or, syempre yung minsan may mga gusto kang kausapin na medyo wala sa mood, gano'n. So, yun lang. To answer your question, Magu, unfortunately, growing up, wala akong nakitang figure na courtside reporter.
Carla?
It's the same with me. Parang naging courtside reporter na ako, doon na ako naghanap ng figure to look up to. So obviously, I think we all have the same answer to this. Pinapanood namin yung mga NBA reporters, of course, Doris Burke, Kristen Ledlow, na muntikan kong makilala pero hinarang ako ng security. Sobrang layag. pero nang talagang immersed na kami, and well, sorry, I'm answering for you guys. Pero for me, when I was really immersed in it and I knew that I want to do this for as long as I can, parang doon ako naghanap ng figure. And of course, locally, Leah Cruz, and of course, Miss Pat.
I love Leah.
Yeah.
Si Leah and si Miss Pat, Patricia Bermuda season, of course.
Yes. So sila yung mga they are the ones who I try to pattern my work after.
Apple?
Ako same with them. With Denise pala. Before mag-courtside, yung focus ko is the game kasi fan, 'di ba? So ako talaga yung action talaga and yung panel. But then nung naging courtside reporter na, I listen to Miss Pat's advice lagi. Every time na she would comment about my reports, I really listen to it, na try sundin kung may mga suggestions niya. So for me, si Miss Pat.
So puro
Di mo ko tatanungin?
Puro Doris Burke. Puro Doris Burke, puro Patricia Bermudez season, and Leah Cruz. Hindi nyo alam siguro nag-courtside reporter kami ni Dominic Uy, no?
Yun yung sagot ko eh. Nung bata pa ako, mga 1980s.
Oo nga
Mga 3
pala.
years.
Mag-good to be fair,
Mga
siguro
90s.
hindi ka inabutan.
Anong taon?
To be fair.
Anong taon,
80s.
Magu?
Magu Marjon, Jason Webb, Eric Reyes.
Yan.
Kasi nang
Eric Reyes
ng
has still
clips
to this day,
para
globally the best interview ever.
Ever.
H-bomb.
Yung interview niya with
H-bomb.
Rudy
Hanapin
Hatfield.
niyo yun, Rudy Hatfield with Eric Reyes, nasa YouTube.
With
Best
Oh,
interview
sige,
ever.
sige.
Actually, ginawa ni Eric,
Alam
hawakan
ko
lang niya yung mic eh. Bahala na si Rudy Hatfield dun eh.
Kasi anything na buong story eh.
Wala
Sa inyong
kailangan
tatlong,
gawin si Eric Reyes.
yan. Hindi, yun nga, kahit si Carlos, sinabi na ni Carlo kanina, napagdaanan din naman niya kahit paano yung pagiging courtside reporter. Pwede niyo ba kami bigyan ng a better idea, insider info na, kunwari, first question, sino ang pinakamasungit na coach na na-encounter niyo?
Laglaga na.
May ganito pala.
Sige, sagot na lang muna ako.
Circle lang mo.
Sige. Total,
Swerte niyo, hindi niyo,
So,
alam mo ko, eto, bigyan ko kayo example.
Carla, Denise.
Bigyan ko kayo example, Swerte nyo, hindi nyo inabot si Coach Ryan Gregorio na nagko-coach pa. Napakasungit nung isang yun. Naniner mo ng courtside reporter yun. Grabe yun.
Talaga ba?
Magbo-birthday yun, ha? Magbo-birthday yun si Coach Ryan. Mabait ka dapat sa kanya.
So dapat magpapadeliver ba ng pang birthday si Coach Ryan?
hindi makatawid na sa Antipolo.
sa ating lahat.
Ay, naka-lockdown pala.
Lockdown. Kayo, sa mga na-encounter nyo, meron bang nagsungit na sa inyo? Ako personally, na-kick out ako sa locker room ni Coach Tim ko nung araw.
Ako na-kick out din ako.
Nasigawan na ako, pero hindi ng coach.
Player or...
Hindi, parang hindi ko na maalala exactly who, pero may hinahabol ako kasi may na-injure sa dugout ng, if I remember correctly, it was Magnolia. Tapos, pumasok ako, and then, may nagsabi sa akin, pwede bang mamaya na yan? So, ako parang, sorry. Parang, yun lang yung talagang time na may isip kong
Napalabas
nasumitan
na ako
ko
ng
out.
dugout. Tapos, napaalis pa ako ng huddle. Huddle lang to ng timeout, ha?
Pinaalis ka pa doon.
huddle yun. Pinaalis ako sa huddle, pero naman, nag-sorry after yung coach. Medyo, hindi kasi maganda yung mga sasabihin niya. Sobrang galit. Pero naman, pinaalis ako, tapos in-explain naman sa akin ng assistant coach after. Tapos nangyari na sa dugout, pinaalis talaga ako. Kasi daw, kailangan daw nila ng sila-sila lang. Kasi medyo hindi natutuwa yung mga coach. Pero kung sa nakakatakot or masungit, I don't think na meron. Kasi majority or lahat naman sila ma-accommodate mo. Depende lang talaga sa timing. Pero ako, meron lang akong coach na takot ako yung may takot. Hanggat maaari, hindi ko
Sino?
Alam ko to.
mga twice a year ko lang kinakausap.
Sino to?
Si Coach Tim. Natatakot ako kay Coach Tim eh.
Ako
Alam
rin.
mo, ito
Ako
yung-
si Coach Chard, lagi ko kausap.
Oo, Coach Chard. Yung pagkakatok mong gano'n, sisilip ka lang sa uwang kasi ayaw mo makita si Coach Tim. Parang gano'n ka lang, Coach Chard, gano'n. Okay, iyan
Alam
ka
mo-
naman sa kuya na Coach Chard, gano'n.
Alam mo, tama yung sinabi mo, depende sa timing. Nangyari nun, nasa loob ako ng locker room ng Alaska. Alaska pa si Coach Tim Cone nun eh.
1980.
He actually kicked me out of it kasi ang sabi sa akin ni Coach Tim, kakausapin kita doon sa labas, wag ka dito sa loob. Dahil pagka hindi pa nakabuhol yung korbata ni Coach Tim, hindi pa raw siya work mode. Ang work mode on ni Coach Tim, pag nag-long sleeves na at nag-necktie na, doon mo lang daw siya pwede kausapin. Hindi pwede habang naka-t-shirt pa.
Hindi naman pala.
Noted.
Parang sikreto doon. Noted sa susunod, Magu. Pero ako talaga kay Coach Tim.
Kaya kami nag-aabang. Pag Hinebra, di ba, hindi ka pwedeng hindi pa tambay ka sa court kung gusto mong kausapin.
Hindi pwede.
Coach Tim dapat sa nakatayo sa may hallway.
Hindi talaga. Dapat maaga ka. Uunahan mo
Diba?
dumating si Coach Tim.
Yes.
Pag nandyan na si Coach
Super full
Tim,
makeover and all.
good luck talaga sa'yo. Wala ka na.
Yun na isa pa nating kwento, Carlo, no? Usually tayo, pagka may upo tayo sa
Subuhin
panel,
mo,
We usually get there 2 to 2.5 hours before. Pero usually, kung kunwari, 4:30 yung first game. 2:00 dadating ka na. Magugulat ka itong tatlong to. 1:30, 1:00 nandoon na nauunahan talaga lahat. And which is yun yung kailangan ng trabaho, di ba? It's not just pagsimula ng game, yun yung trabaho mo. Hindi di ba?
Yeah, that's true. Ako personally, sobrang aga talaga kasi for some reason, meron akong social anxiety na hindi ako makakatok sa dugout. Kaya parang yung teams na nga ata yung naawa sa akin or nag-adjust kasi parang may lalabas magtatanong, sino yung kailangan mo? Tapos, pag may nahatak na ako isa, dapat sunod-sunod na, pwede bang pakitawag si ano? Pwedeng pakitawag, tapos na. Kasi,
kanya-kanyang diskarte.
Oo, kaya aabangan ko na pag dapat maaga, yun, sakto, pag parating sila, kukunin ko na yung kwento ko, tapos okay na, relax na ako.
Kasi yung iba, I think, ang akala ng iba, glitz and glamorous tong trabaho namin, na nagbabasa lang kami ng idiot board or ng script. Diyos ko, hindi. Lahat talaga, dugot pawis, iyak, pati luha, ganyan. Makabulag ng storya. Oo, ganun talaga.
Si Ernesto Soliven over at Facebook Live sa 2OT is asking, uy, ito maganda to. Anong most embarrassing moment nyo as a courtside reporter?
Alam ni Carla yung
Si Carla natatawa na. Si Carla natatawa na.
Ako na dun sa sayo, Carla.
Ano yung Carla?
Kasi nanonood kami, I think nanonood kami, dalawa yung kwento eh. Nanonood kami ni Jat ng PBA kasi roommates kami dati. Moneyball yung segment ni Carla. Tapos naalala niyo yung time na yung Moneyball sponsored ng Disney?
Disney?
May partnership with Disney. So may pinapasok silang mga questions na Disney related. So yung tanong was a Disney question. Anong movie, Disney movie ang blah 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 blah. A, Cinderella, B, Snow White, or C. Yung C, hindi kasalanan ni Carla eh kasi may sumabit na nagka-typo.
Okay.
Pero yung problema ni Carla is hindi niya in-assume na mali. Binasa niya. So A, Cinderella, B, Snow White, C, Tanglad. Sabi ko, ano yung Tanglad? Bakit may Tanglad?
Kasi ako mag-isip. Teka lang, inisip ko, C. Tanglad. Baka kasi parang giveaway yung C. Baka yun, alamat.
Tanglad.
C.
Masyado
Alam mo, awa na lang ng Diyos na hindi tamang sagot yung tangled kasi if tamang sagot yun, sasabit tayong lahat. Buti na lang, mali talaga yung tanglad.
Wait lang.
Kaya pala tanong pa lang tumatawa na si Carla, no?
Ano yung isa, Carlo? Bakit dalawa?
Yung may injury report.
Uy, alam ko to.
Tapos instead na muscle yung sabihin mo, sinabi mo yung anak ng cow.
Ha?
Sabi ko, meron siyang calf injury. tapos pag uwi ko, nakaupo si Carlo tsaka si Jot sa sofa. Sabi nila, calf? Inis. Calf.
Mas tanggap ko yung calf kaysa sa tanglad, John.
Oo, pwede na yung calf.
Yung tanglad eh.
Pawisan ako sa'yo, Carla.
O kayo naman.
Gusto na. Embarrassing,
Din ako nung sa'yo, Apple eh.
Uy,
yung embarrassing, ang dami kong embarrassing on-screen, on-cam na experiences, di ba? Simula nung nadaganan ako ni Ranidel, tapos yung binatukan ako ni Jewel.
Ayun, may nagtanong dito, bakit ka binatukan, Jewel?
Alam mo,
ito si Kier Garcia.
Feeling ko, nung time na yon, Hindi ko alam kung first time ba niya mag-best player. Sa sobrang excitement niya, hindi niya alam gagawin niya, nabatukan na lang ako pagkatapon. Kasi nagtaka ako, kasi parang hindi naman kami like close, like friends, buddies, close. Nagulat na lang ako, binatukan ako pagkatapon. Hindi ako makareact. Yan dami na on-screen, pero ang embarrassing.
Ano yung batok, no? Batok barkada?
Batok ganun! I-search mo, grabe. Yun. Mga on-screen na ganun. Pero
Banata mo ng pang
sa
Shaquille
akin
O'Neal, yung mga Google me, sabi mo. Pang
Oo.
Shaquille O'Neal ang dating. Google me.
Diba? Yung mga ganon. Tapos, ewan ko, madalas akong nadadaganan yung mga pa-off balance na players.
Yung mga nagsasave
Hindi
ng
kayo-
loose ball.
Heat-seeking
Ang
missiles.
malala doon, ang FD ko, laging nauunang umiwas. Carlo, tandaan mo, naalala kita. Diba? Kay Dave Marcelo yon. Si Carlo,
Tumakbo si Carlo?
Umiwas.
Hindi ako umiwas. Hindi ako umiwas.
Ano,
Anong ginawa mo?
magpaliwanag ka.
Pinulot ko lang yung kape ko.
Sinave niya, niligtas niya yung kape niya.
Natumba ka na eh.
Tapos na eh.
Ang bait.
Say what you can.
Pero yung embarrassing for myself na off-cam, meron eh. Pero never ko kinuwento.
Yan, baka dito
Tapos
pwede.
ito, magkaroon ng
Exclusive.
sariling thread.
Yan.
Embarrassing ko for me at hindi ko siya makakalimutan. Kasi parang hindi ko na, nahirapan na akong tignan yung player na yun ng eye to eye. Nasa dugout ako. Hindi yata alam nitong player na to na nandun ako.
Nako, yan na.
Nako.
Interview akong ganyan. Pag ganyan ko, nagtanggal ng shorts.
Paano mo kineri yun?
O, di pagkaganyan ko, whoop, balik sa interview.
pero may picture na, wala naman. Mental picture, wala.
Hindi ko
Alam mo,
na ano,
huwag ka magtanong ng follow-up question, huwag ka na magtanong.
Ang hirap na talaga. Hindi ko, para akong feeling ko na gusto ko na lumabas ng dugout pero hindi pa ako tapos sa ini-interview ko.
Flagrant foul penalty 1 si mag-uupo siya for 3 minutes. For the follow-up question.
Hindi ko ma-unsee eh. So, yun, for me. Ako yung nahiya talaga.
Tapos pinapatanong ni Brian Scotty Thompson. Di siguro yun yung totoong pangalan niya. Naalala mo daw ba yung kay Ray ng Batak tsaka yung girlfriend niya?
Oo naman. Diyos ko naman. Hindi ko alam kung embarrassing yung para kanino. Not once, but twice.
Tayo na sa esina.
Nag-cut off guard
sobra.
talaga ako. Buti na lang wala ako nasabi talaga. Buti na.
Yung buong sports center nun, mula sa front of the camera hanggang sa back, hanggang dun sa taas, sa control room, grabe, umiiyak sa katatawa lahat ng tao. Kaya kami ni Carla magkasama na nun eh.
Hindi ko alam bakit suki ako ng mga bloopers on cam.
Oy, yung sa best player interview, feeling ko marami ring mga moment.
Yun sa akin. Si Denise, ayan.
Wala, ayun, nakabalik.
Wala yun.
Most embarrassing moment daw, Denise.
Most embarrassing? Wala eh. Hindi ko alam, actually. To be honest. Kasi, yung iba tinatawa ko na lang eh.
Yung kay
parang nabulol ng konti. Hindi ko alam. Wala akong maisip as of the moment.
Kay Carla ba yung
Balikan niyo ako.
import nito? Sinong import ng San Miguel?
Alin?
Yung akin ata yun.
Ayan, Denise.
Yung pinapabati ko.
Oo.
Yun. Si Makolo.
Yung sumagot ng no.
Lahat tayong nayari sa interview.
Hindi, pero carry lang naman. Kasi parang, tinanong ko siya. So, sa mga hindi nakapanood, the normal interview questions. Tapos, tinanong ko siya. Sabi ko, is there anybody that you'd want to say hi to or greet? Like, ganyan. So usually, the players would say, syempre, the fans, ganyan, no, keme. Tapos sabi niya, nope. Sabi ko, oh, okay. So parang, binato ko na kay Magu. Sinabi naman ni Magu, kung ayaw niya, hindi kami ang babate. I mean, to me, it wasn't parang, okay, ayaw niyang bumate, pero it wasn't embarrassing naman. Parang, ayaw niyang bumate, what can we do?
And very Pinoy kasi, I mean, like, that's our culture, I guess. Parang, kung hindi sanay yung player, then you just have to roll with it.
Speaking of the players, can each of you give us maybe top 3 favorite na ini-interview mapa on-cam or off-cam dahil mabait, accommodating, and kailangan din magbigay kayo ng isa na ayaw niyong kausap dahil kung hindi masungit, hindi makasagot, or wala lang. Top 3 muna.
Hirap ng tanong ni Magu.
Grabe. Ano ba yan? Isa pa na ano.
Sino yung mga pinaka-accommodating? Gabe.
For one, for sure, Chris Newsom.
Ayan, new.
Sobrang, siya pa mag-volunteer ng information. Sobrang bait, madaling kausap.
Si Chris Newsom kasi naiintindihan yung trabaho nyo. Lahat pinasok nyo, pati photography naiintindihan nyo. Sports photography. So alam niya yung hinahanap natin as broadcasters. O, dalawa pa lang yun. Sino pa isa?
I'd say
Chris. Oh yeah, Ping.
Ping.
Super accommodating.
Sino naman ang ayaw nyong kinakausap kahit off-cam? Para next time pipiliin namin best player talaga. Para kailangan kausapin nyo.
ang player na never ko pa nakausap ever, si Robbie Herndon. For some reason. As in, parang lang rookie, usually, syempre pag rookie, like kukunan mo ng kwento, ganyan. Parang hindi ko siya matsyempohan.
Ako, ang hindi ko referee.
Or yung tahimik lang. Revis.
Sorry, nung rookie.
Yung mga tahimik lang. Yung mga matipid sumagot.
KG Canaleta.
KG. Yun na yung isip ko.
Si KG Canaleta, ayaw niya bumati na sa team niya.
May kwento ako kay KG.
Oh, game, Denise, game.
So, si KG, syempre, di ba, out of the 3 of us, ako yung last na pumasok sa PBA. Kasi officially, parang 2017 lang ako If I remember it right, Manila Classico pa yung first game ko. Anyway, so, nung before, hindi ko na-chancehan si KG na siya yung best player. And I never got to talk to him naman before kasi nga bago lang ako, di ba? Tapos, so, everybody was talking in English, ganyan, sila mga teammates. So I went up to KG and I started talking to him like, hey KG, what's up? Like, so how have you been? Ganyan. Like, the normal, that's how I talk to him. And you guys don't for ganyan din ako sa inyong lahat. Even in, like, like, so, kamusta? No, I didn't say kamusta. I was like, English. So, like, I think there was a break or something. So I asked him, like, what have you been up to? Ganyan. And then, like, matipid lang siya. Like, matipid naman siyang kausap kahit nung mga late ko na siya nakausap. And then after, so sobrang tagal namin ng 10 minutes, biglang sabi niya, tapos na, okay na. So, like, okay na. Nagtsagaan tayo dito. Di ba? Pari ko ba? Sana sinabi mo from the start. Siyempre, kunyari may mga, minsan kinakausap ko yung mga players, no? Best player ka last game, kinilig ka ba? Di syempre, kapag nung kausap ko si KG, hindi ko naman, may English ba yung kilig? Like, how do I ask na, kinilig ka ba last game? Pakahirap pa ako, tapos naintindihan naman pala niya yung Tagalog. Ba naman yan, KG?
Oo, matipid. Mga
Uy, may nagtanong. Nakatutok pala sa atin, Carlo. Ewan ko siya to Hale Peanut, idol nating graphics artist, ano? O si Idol Hale to.
Si Jet Jesus. Tatay ko rin nanonood. Hi, Dad. Thank you.
Uy, mga batang kangkalo, lalo na para kay Denise. Batiin mo naman daw si Leo Aquino. Kaklase mo raw dati sa UST.
Naku po, hello Leo Aquino, pasensya ka na, sobrang irregular ko noon.
Hindi kasi
So, ang dami classmates.
sobrang sikat na ni Denise sobra kaya siya lang kilala ng lahat. Hindi, pinapatanong ni Idol Hale.
Hindi, kasi di ba player ako.
Oo,
So nung
yung
naglalaro
schedule.
ako, bawal kami kumuha ng schedule na tumatama sa practice and sa mga games. So I had to adjust talaga. Hindi ako pwedeng block section. Kung hindi po ako makakapag-ensayo. At
Tsaka
mapaparusahan ko
superstar ka na kasi masyado dati pa, college pa lang.
Uy, may...
Ay,
Kuya!
Yun, no?
brother.
Super producer natin, kaklase mo.
Yeah.
Ay, maiba lang ako.
Producer natin, nagsalita.
Siyempre, a lot of the work we see you doing is in the PBA. Pero sa inyo, how important is it? How proud are you also that there are female voices also telling the stories of female athletes, yung mga naglalaro sa volleyball? Gaano ka-importante sa inyo na kayo yung nagbibida ng mga kwento ng mga volleyball superstars natin? I'll start with Carla.
Answering first. Ako, I love telling the stories of other female athletes. Like I mentioned earlier, buong buhay ko, I was also an athlete. So, just being able to place myself in their shoes as well, na, oo, naiintindihan ko kung saan kayo nanggaling. I understand how hard what you're doing is. And it's very different rin kasi for female athletes eh. Parang, karamihan sa kanila, aral while playing pro or working while playing pro. There are a lot of different stories and different challenges when it comes to being a female athlete in the Philippines. So I love being there. I love being able to relate to them and to befriend the athletes also, to be able to tell their story well.
Denise?
Ako, it's very important for me. Pakita ko lang yung shirt ko, female athlete. I stand for this kasi katulad ni Carla, female athlete judged by achievements, not by gender. So, hindi masyadong female athletes, especially if they're in a sport na stereotype na pang lalaki lang. 'Di ba? I mean, ang dami nating female athletes na excel in different events. Pero hindi sila masyado nagbibigyan ng pansin because iba yung focus dito sa Pilipinas. I'm also very proud. Kanina na-mention nyo na covering a sport like volleyball. Dahil syempre dyan ako galing. You know, when I was playing, Magu was saying kanina, wala kaming coverage.
Yeah.
Lalaro kami before sa UP Diliman. Ang schedule ng games namin, 8 in the morning. Kasi talagang sinasagad siya ng, if I remember it right, parang Sunday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursdays, whatever, ganang schedule. May 8 in the morning ka hanggang gabi kasi wala namang nanonood eh. But look at volleyball now. Like, look at where it is now and how many young girls, young boys, they've inspired. And ako sobrang proud ako to be part of that. Not even not as an athlete, pero as a panel na, you know, somewhat nakakatulong ka into inspiring these younger generations na sana, you know, in the next few years, sila naman yung nandun and hopefully sila naman yung maging hero o maging idol ng mga nakakabata. Yun.
Ako naman, for me, sobrang empowering. Lalo na nung Asian Games sa Jakarta, wherein most of the golds natin, di ba, galing sa mga Pinay, sa mga sa mga kababaihan. And
di ba lahat?
Lahat. Hindi, dinownplay ko na ng konti eh. Hindi. No, but alam mo yun, kasi since babae, di kami mas nakaka-relate kami na parang, you know, hindi na lang yung mga achievements and yung na parang yun, the message is equal talaga eh. Kaya ng babae kung anong kaya ng lalaki. We can achieve as much as they can. And very empowering lang din talaga na as a reporter, we get to tell people about their stories. Yung parang women, ano ba to? Teka lang. Nasa dulo ng dila ko yung quotable quote.
Ayan.
Parang women uplift women. Parang ganon. Tama ba? Basta yun.
Yes. Tama. Confirming lang.
Strong as a woman. Oh, yan.
It's so important to flesh out the female athletes kasi ang unang, I mean, traditionally, ang pinapansin talaga, maganda ba, itsura, parang yun yung nauuna eh. Pero it's time to change that.
Yes.
Kaya kailangan magaling rin kami sa trabaho namin at maganda yung pag-convey namin sa pinagdadaanan nila, sa kwento nila, para ma-appreciate ng mga tao na it's about skill, like it's even playing ground for our female athletes.
Yun pa pala, for us also, courtside reporters, di ba merong dati na parang eye candy lang kami or something. We want people also to appreciate yung stories namin more than just how we look on cam or in person. Although, pinagtatrabahuhan din naman namin to look good. But we want the people to focus more on the stories na binibigay namin. Parang ganun. Yes. I thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful
Candidate
answer.
number.
Guys, we have just a few minutes left sa ating broadcast. Any messages to all the sports fans out there na naghihintay rin sa pagtatapos nitong quarantine so we can all go back to our normal lives, balik sports. Alam ko namimiss na nating lahat. Alam ko namimiss na rin sila. Any messages for our sports fans?
Guys, miss na namin kayo. Let's all stay strong throughout this crisis. Stay safe. Bakit ka tumatawa, Mago?
Hindi, bumahin yung anak ko eh.
Wala ko pinagtatawanan mo yung message ko eh.
Akala niya nadinig siya eh.
Hindi, yun nga. I'm really praying that everyone stays safe during this time, and I'm really encouraging everyone to also reach out if you have the means na, yun nga, tayo, nasa bahay lang tayo, pero napakaraming paraan to be able to help those who might be in need. So, yeah. Hopefully, magkita-kita tayo sooner than later.
Yeah. Denise?
Yun din, I am hoping and praying that each and every one of us gets through this healthy, that we're good, we stay safe, we stay healthy, but not just physically, mentally as well. Alam naman natin na, not everybody can cope up well. Yung iba nagkakaroon na ng cabin fever. If you miss talking to people or talking to your friends, please take advantage of the different apps that we have, or yung mga ganito, pwede kayo manood, promote natin.